You are looking live at Rock Ice in Dunellen, New Jersey, where first place York Devils and the second place New Jersey Rockets are getting set to do battle in the top two teams of the AGHF face-off. The first of two this weekend. Hi everybody, it's Joe Rizzo bringing you the action from the Rock. As the Rockets complete their warm-ups, they have a potent opponent on tap here for the Saturday evening game. And again, these two teams will do it all over on Sunday afternoon. The Rockets are in second in the AGHF standings. They've enjoyed a brilliant season through rashes of injuries and unset lineups. They continue to get healthier by the day. They continue to improve by the day. They are in your picture now wearing the home white jerseys. The York Devils are ahead in first place by about a country mile. They walk into this AGHF showdown with an incredible 20-0 league record. That's right. It's January 21st, and they haven't lost a league game yet. Bridget Bales is one of the big reasons. 31, as you see her, enters to guard the net to YouTube left. She is 20-0 in league play and has yielded just 14 goals in AGHF action with 10 shutouts. So half the time she's taken the ice, her team has won via a shutout in league play. The Rockets will counter with, as we wait to see who occupies the goal, Emma Lacey, number 7. Lacey has, along with her tandem mate, Arialis Markland, been consistent and often spectacular. Nieves on the dot, Rizzo near side wing, Rodriguez on the far side. Liftoff, period 1. The AGHF top 2 in battle. Luisa Rizzo up to Mia Rodriguez over there. The defense pair, Peyton Jacobus on the right wing, Lauren Fox on the left. We will do our best to get you. It's loose in front and cleared away just at the nick of time by Catherine Kaddish. Kaddish just got the stick on it. Bales might not have even seen it. Rockets keep it in neutral ice, and now it goes all the way down, no icing. We have two referees here, and they are going to be maxing out to keep up with the pace of play here. Nelson gets in front, shot, there's a save, or might not have even gotten all the way through. Phillips was at the back door, and that pass eluded her by about a foot. They work the cycle. Low, Phillips comes out, walks out, whiffs on the shot. Lacey tries to lean out to cover, can't do it. Phillips still with it, goes back around, plays catch. 2 go down on the far side. Phillips tried to take a shot. It was blocked by Jacobus. Connolly goes in there. She tries to get it out, but sends it to the point. It goes through traffic. Lacey can't cover it up. It was loose in front. Chipped up the boards. Connolly chips it out. Connolly trying to get through traffic, couldn't do it. Devils bring it in offside. So a hectic start to the game here as we have 15:38 left on the clock in period number 1. No score. The York Devils in black, the New Jersey Rockets in the white jerseys. Landstrom on the face-off wearing 29. She's with Cook and Connolly. The defense pair, Redmond and Matone. Landstrom, 29, tries to move it in, takes a bump over there from Cochran. These two teams are successful because they pass a lot, they get great goaltending, they both play incredible team defense, and they're physical. Both teams are physical. Trying to move it in front, Lacey blocked the offering. Ryder is tied up, Cochran picks it up, trying to look for room. Landstrom bellies her down, and the one-timer by McGonigal didn't get a lot of juice on it. But the Devils are already getting chances, and they just haven't made good on it. Cook blocks a shot. Cook is going to get off to the races, but somebody's back there. Wrist shot, it goes on net. Bales has her first save. Shot's not on the board yet, but Dr. Regina and Mr. Ulrich will get them up there probably soon. And just as I say that, they do. 3 for the visitors, 1 for the home team. Grace Ulrich looking through, goes to Grace Matone, cheats down to this circle, gets all the way down, tries a backhand move looking for Menichello. She got tied up there by Hess. Moved up and toward the center line, the dump by Michaela Harris, who sends it in and takes a spill and turns around and goes to the bench. Ulrich shovels it across for Francesca Hansen. Hansen chips it out of the zone. It's picked up there by Kotish. She saved probably what would have amounted to the best scoring chance of the game for either team when she swept the puck from her goaltender's feet in the first minute of the game when it was loose in the crease. Kotish trying to fire through a couple. Hansen and Ulrich on the trap work it in. That's not an offside. The backside ref called an offside. It was actually brought into the zone by the Devils, so it should have been onside over there, and I think the one ref is telling the other ref that probably should have been, but a minute mistake as they face it off. Nieves on center with Rizzo and Rodriguez now. Rockets running 3 lines today and 2 defense pairs. Nieves chasing down the puck. It comes to the point. Jacobus tries to get it through traffic, gets it down low. Rizzo was tied up. Rizzo's going to try to wrap it around. Gets taken down right there, looking for the penalty. No penalty. Rizzo was tripped. They don't call it. That one fired all the way down. Lacey's going to have to play it. She might decide to cover, and she does. Rizzo got hauled down right there. They decide not to call it, and that's fine as long as they're going to be consistent with it. Both teams are just looking for consistency. They don't necessarily want to worry too much about keeping a tally. Nieves on the dot, and Rodriguez got decked over there by Brewer. Could have been interference. Right off the face-off, Brewer just decked Rodriguez, nowhere near the puck. Kochis trying to get some speed. Rockets don't want to allow her to get that speed. Shot knocked away by Fox, and it goes into the netting, protecting the cinder block wall on the far side. 12:45 left, period 1. We're glad you are joining us. If you have the Chiefs-Jaguars game on a screen or a device and you have us on another, turn the volume down there and keep it up here so you can follow along with our girls, no matter which side you're on. And a shout out to the Phillips family on the York side for providing us for a little insight into some of the pronunciations and the lineup for this great York Devils team. They've traveled about, in most cases, 3 or 3+ hours to get here for the overnight doubleheader. Some maybe will be making the trek back tonight and coming again on Sunday. For now, they're on the ice and they're all playing. Cook up the near side wing, chips it out. Harris had it for a moment. Cook gets through. She's 1-on-3. She's forced to the outside and dumps it below the end line. Connolly is there, knocks it down, and somebody lost her stick. Harris did. Harris trying to get the stick back there. Connolly didn't do anything except make a good defensive play. Ulrich centered it through. Phillips knocked it away. Phillips gets off for a change, 87. She's one to watch. Izzy Cook against Harris, 1-on-2, dumps it in and heads off for a change. Hansen's already on as the change started. She knocked that one down, and the puck jumps out of play on the York Devils bench with 11:32 left in period 1. No score. York with a 5-1 edge in shots. The Rockets, however, with perhaps the best of the scoring chances. Now that puck went out of play in the defensive zone. It did go off of a Rocket stick, but I don't know really why that face-off is out there. We've seen that go either way, depending on where the puck flies over, usually is where they do the face-off. So this possession up for grabs as Fox chips it out of her zone for Menichello, guarded by 3 Devils over there, and Cochran's the one to pick it up. Cochran hits the brakes, chips it past Ulrich. Ryder chips it in, and the long-maned Avery Ryder tries to chase down Lauren Fox. Fox sends it up to Hope Menikillo. Hope will look for space in the middle of the ice and finds Hansen on the right wing. Hansen tries to shovel it toward the net, chips it past Harris, trying to battle for it down low. Chipped up now toward the point. Fox soccered it to get controlled, but had to take it out of the zone. That one banked off the boards in front of the York bench, offside. Both teams will change it up. Rockets will have Nieves, Rizzo, and Rodriguez up front. Matone and Redmond on the back line. Hess will take the face-off for the Devils. Widener on the near side wing. And Falkenworth on the left wing. Kaddish. She has the puck a lot, and she's always looking to get to the races. Nieves sent it to Rizzo, handcuffed a little bit, and Rizzo tries to get it down. Widener's over there. Matone steps in, trying to get it through traffic. If she did, the Rockets would have been behind the D. Hess tried to pick that pass off. Eventually, it's picked up by Falkenworth, who got it into the zone, but quickly sent out. They send it across onside as 30. Erin Hess got out of the zone in time. Cochran gets bumped by Rizzo after she sends the puck in, and the Rockets move it around the dasher. Rodriguez chips it off the boards. Couple whiffs over there, one by Nieves, one by Rodriguez. Wrist shot, saved with the blocker. Nieves waits for it to settle down, sends it up for Rizzo. Rizzo's not behind the D, there's one back, it's Harris. Rizzo cuts to the middle, tries to get a pass off or maybe a shot, and ping pong there by Nieves and Rodriguez. Nieves has it, Rizzo's in front, Harris guards her, wraparound attempt, couldn't get it through, Rizzo backhand, Bales has it, and covers it. Bridget Bales covered that one up, but the Rockets had it just a little bit out of her reach for another scoring chance over there. Now they've gotten closer on the shot clock, 6-3. You could see, if you're watching from the York side, all of your faithful are here. And they've seen some darn good hockey through 8 minutes, just about. As Izzy Cook picks it up the half boards on the near side. And Fox over there. Landstrom pulls it out, takes a shot. Bales gloves it down. And Landstrom got a little open space, stepped into it. It was a fluttering puck, and sometimes that will confuse the goalie, but Bales was up to the task. Landstrom wins the faceoff, but now the possession's up for grabs. Landstrom gets it to Jacobus, shovels it in front. Bales knocks it down with the left pad and covers it up. With Connolly in front, looking to do something, but was tied up. Devils will change it up. They'll bring out McGonigal, Ryder, and Yates. Cook battling for it, spins Cochran around, and Cochran takes it, trying to skate it out of the zone. She's going to do that, but under a lot of pressure by Izzy Cook. Cochran still with it. Shot goes off the right boot of Lauren Fox. Ping pongs around. McGonigal was 1-on-2, and the Rockets win that battle. Crisp passing out by Connolly over to Cook, who sends it in, 1-on-3. Connolly trying to snuff Harris out the other side. Ulrich picks it up. Ulrich back down low. Cook is hustling off. Connolly will try to force the forecheck over there as the Rockets lost possession. Ulrich picks it up in her own zone, sends it across. Didn't get much on it. Redmond had to bump McGonigal over there. Otherwise, Kelly McGonigal was off to the races, 14 in black. Menikillo tries to get through Cochran and going to need a little help from Matone. Harris picks it up in her own end, 99, Michaela Harris will send it down. It's going to be an icing unless that puck dies on its end, and it does not, but it came close to dying. 7:36 left period, 1-0-0. The top team in the AGHF standings is the York Devils, and they have a significant lead in the Kratz ratings. At 20-0, the Rockets 14-5 are second in the AGHF, and these two teams have played about the first nearly 10 minutes like the top two teams in the division that they are. Nelson trying to get through, sends it up the middle, couldn't connect. Hansen chips it up, knocked down with a high stick, but it comes back to a rocket. Minichello's behind the D. Minichello comes in, and she scores on the wrist shot at the glove side, and the Rockets break out to a 1-0 lead with 7:16 left in period one. Francesca Hansen picked up a puck that was knocked down with a high stick, but because she was the first to play it after the York player knocked it down, it's a live puck. She knocked it down, fed Hope Minichello. Hope got off to the races, got behind the D, set up at the top of the slot, and got to the bottom and fired a wrist shot past Bridget Bales. 1-0 Rockets. When they played way back in November, the Rockets also had a 1-0 lead. The Devils came back and won that one by a 4-1 count, but it was as tightly contested as this has been so far. Phillips has it, looking, banks it for Harris at the point. She's got a little time and space, but that expires. High shot, Lacey knocked it down. Jacobus gets hauled down, no call! Oh, she was hooked right down right there, and they don't make the call. So still no penalties, they will play it. Minichello forces Harris to the middle, gets it to the middle, loose over there. Hansen has it for a moment, has to recover it. Chips it for Minichello, Ulrich's in the slot. Minichello tries to get the shot off, but Hess, I think, was the one to block it. And the puck goes out of play with 6:23 left in period one. The Rockets have broken out to a 1-0 lead on the mighty York Devils. You could see that York really, they can skate, they can move the puck, and they can defend. So any time that you could get even one against them, it's something. Jacobus over to Rodriguez, couldn't get it in, was looking for Rizzo. Fox gets the puck in, bumps forward, and the Rockets had to stay onside there, and they do so with deft. Nieves looking for Rizzo in front. Rodriguez, wrist shot, Bales got that. Looked like she got the left skate on it, but it might have just gone wide on its own. Hochman shrugs off Rizzo to try to get it. It comes to the point. Redmond playing high-low, but a little too high for Rizzo as Fox skates off as the Rockets change one of their defensemen. Matone was trying to hustle out, but she fell as soon as she got off the bench, and she's way back at safety. There you see Matone right there. McGonigal centers it, but right for Rodriguez. Picked off for a moment. That was Felix to keep it in. It goes off the back of Rizzo's skate. She was trying to just keep going with it. Ryder picks it up. Ryder will shoot. Knocked down by Matone's stick. That may have been knocked down with a high stick, but it was the shaft of the stick and not the blade. Knocked out of the zone by Rodriguez. Harris picks it up, sends it over for Cochran. She's under pressure. The Rockets are doing a good job with their forecheck. And there's an interception. Landstrom gets in the slot. Wrist shot, save. It's loose in front, and Bales dives on it before Rizzo could get the rebound. LBL, Lauren Barbara Landstrom. Looks like she might have gotten something stuck under her skate blade there. Landstrom picked off the clearing attempt, walked in, got off a good shot at the top of the slot. Bales made the save and couldn't control the rebound. Rizzo was almost there, but Bales covered it. Connolly trying to chase it down. Kaddish sends it all the way down, and it's going to be an icing. But everybody, this is an indication of what this game means to both teams. That was almost certainly going to be an icing. I mean, it really would have had to have been something very, very, very out of the ordinary to happen. And 4 players were chasing that puck down like it was the NHL in 2008 before the automatic icing touch-up was there. Widener's going to break out. She's 2-on-1. She's got Yates down the middle. Centers it, and it was just a little too late. Widener had Yates. She needed to hit her maybe a little bit early. Rockets are going to ice it here as the puck goes on its end. Widener had it up the left wing. Yates had been behind the play, but she really streaked in there, so I don't think Widener even realized it was a 2-on-1. She was just trying to power it up the left wing. By the time She realized Yates was there. It gave the Rockets a chance to recover, and Yates didn't have a clear shot to redirect it in front. Defensive zone draw by Ulrich against Nelson. Loose and up for grabs, and the Rockets win it. Menicello over to Hansen, chips it past Kaddish. Kaddish is going to get it, reverse it, send it up the far side dasher. It eludes Phillips, and Fox sends it in. Kaddish gets it out of the zone. Menicello has to pick it up. Menicello spins, gets a couple of Devils to bite, walks in against Kaddish, trying to shovel it forward, knocked out, but picked up by Jacobus. Wrist shot, Ulrich! Oh, she was at the back door! Looking to put it in, and it just missed. Rockets up 1-0. They now have a 9-7 lead in shots. They were down on the shot clock, and they've really picked it up here. What a game so far on a Saturday afternoon. If you're watching the Chiefs and the Jaguars, boy, you're blowing it right now. I mean, watch both, but, you know, pay attention to this one better. Giants and Eagles later. Wrist shot, save Lacey, no rebound. And Brewer was there. Madison Brewer, she's a streak. She's a black and red streak when she comes out, 66 in red. Nieves on the dot. Rodriguez and Rizzo in the slot, the forwards. Rodriguez steps in to win the draw, has Rizzo up the left wing, chips it for her. Rizzo trying to turn the corner, but she's going to be too far over there. Tries to get it through Cochran, picks it through her skates, gets a little help from Nieves. Cochran got a stick on it, though, and the Devils are going to be able to get it out of the zone. Hess up the right wing. Aaron Hess, 30. A forward with a goalie number. Battled for below the end line. Redmond tried to kick it away. Matone jumps in, chips it up the boards on the far side. Hess shovels it to Harris at the point. Harris through traffic. Lacey kicks it out with the right pad. A lot of traffic there at Emma Vezina. Lives up to the nickname backdoor. They were looking to get somebody there. Knocked away by Rodriguez, trying to kick it to Rizzo. And the soccer star didn't quite get enough on it, but got enough to get it out of the zone. Michaela Harris now, 99, brings it all the way down. Centers it. Hess shoveled it wide with the backhand. They had two in front to one Rocket. Big shift here by the Devils. Rockets need to get it out and turn the tide. Nieves will get it to Rizzo, who will tap it and prevent it from icing, and the Rockets will change with 1:53 left in period one. The Rockets have a 1-0 lead. That's going to be sent down. It was an icing because Ryder, it looked like it was very much below my view. Ryder was right at the center line. She was trying to tip it in order to prevent the icing, but I guess she didn't get a piece. I couldn't really see it. It was literally right below me. I would have guessed that she did get a piece of it. Rockets win the faceoff. Fox shovels it forward. Kaddish knocks it up but can't get it out. Jacobus gets down, bails with the save with the stick. Under 100 seconds now in period one. This is a similar script so far to the first game between these teams months and months ago. The Rockets broke out to a lead. The Devils managed to tie it late at the end of the first period. Rockets will work hard to avoid the same fate. Here's Peyton Jacobus. PJ chips it up the boards. Izzy Cook didn't quite get far enough. Cook gets it, chips it past Kaddish. Jacobus will try to race it down. Kaddish grabs it and sends it forward. Kaddish sends it in. It's not going to be an icing. It went right under Fox's stick. Fox and Jacobus are back. Landstrom helping with D. We're under a minute now left in period one. Errant pass, chipped forward by Yates, got it all the way to the net, and Lacey had to steer it aside. Knocked into the near side corner. Centering feed knocked away. Is it going to find Kaddish? It does. It doesn't just find her. Kaddish is everywhere. 8 in black and red. Sent in, not offside. Cook wisely sends it all the way across, so it's not an icing, and the Rockets could get fresh legs out there. Yates is looking to get behind the D, but the Rockets are going to pick that one up and pick it off. Phillips and Landstrom bumped. Yates is up in the middle looking for a pass. Lacey knocks it away with 18 seconds left. Yates trying to center it. Redmond takes it away from her, trying to get past McGonigal, can't do it. Spun around, McGonigal at the net, it hit the back of the netting. 8 seconds, Rockets need to get it out. It hits the referee's skate as the Rockets would have had it out of the zone. 2 seconds, 1, and the period will expire with the Rockets holding a 1-0 lead. Almost the nightmare scenario for the Rockets, and conversely would have been a dream scenario for the Devils. The Rockets had a pretty straightforward clearing attempt right there, but the puck went right into the referee's skates just below the dot on the right circle. And fortunately for the Rockets, they were able to recover and snuff the rest of the time in the period. And especially when that happens with about 8 seconds left in a period, it's certainly concerning or disconcerting. Rockets with the edge in shots through one period, 10-9. They got 7 of the last 10 after the Devils had a 6-3 edge in the early going. If you're just tuning in, we're glad that you are, because these are our daughters, our granddaughters, our great-granddaughters, our sisters, our nieces, our cousins, our friends, or if you're watching on demand, yourselves. And these girls have a lot to be proud of from both sides this year. They've had a great season, the Rockets have, and the Devils with their perfect record in AGHF. Most importantly, they're playing great hockey and they're all having fun. Nelson with Phillips and Brewer up front for the Devils to start it off. Lacey now guarding the goal to YouTube left. Bales guarding the goal to YouTube right. Rockets don't have a center out there. The Rockets need to put a center out there. The Rockets are playing with 4. Ulrich will now finally come out, and the Rockets get lucky there. Ulrich with Hansen and Menichello. Lift off period 2. Phillips breaks in. Emily Phillips at the left dot. Wrist shot, save, and they score. So the Rockets were lax getting out there. Just a little discombobulated to start the period. They were lining up with 4. Ulrich came out as soon as she got there. She had to get set, and Emily Phillips makes them pay. Phillips took the face-off from Nelson, marched right in, shoveled it forward, maybe got her own rebound, or maybe it just found its way in. So 10 seconds into the second, we have a 1-1 game. Menichello gets through one. There's a pick at the line, sent in offside. So not the start to the second period the Rockets were looking for. Clock didn't stop right there, and their 5 extra seconds tick off. Not the end of the world. Yeah. Everybody yelling clock. Same play now. They win the face-off. They march right in. Brewer tries to center it, but it went off the side of the cage. Phillips was there. Nelson was there. Big break for the Rockets. Nieves streaks past Cochran. No interference. Cochran slowed her down a bit. Nieves trying to center it. She's got Rodriguez and Rizzo out there. Rizzo was at the back door. Comes in front of Rizzo. Got one shot on it. Didn't get it through. Rodriguez was at the back door. Rodriguez picks it up, looking to center or looking to spin. She takes the spin. Rodriguez goes to Nieves, who fires it through the bottom of the slot, but nobody was there. Phillips got that, sent it down. Fox is there. She's got to pick it up. Fox chips it out off the backhand move. Sent in. It would not have been an offside. It went off a Rocket. 1-1. This one's going to be an icing. And the Rockets will have an offensive zone draw with 15:40 left in period 2. Menichello scored with about 7 and change left in period 1. And Phillips matched it 10 seconds into the second period. Landstrom on the dot, Connolly in the slot, Cook on the far wing. Shot by Landstrom, couldn't get it through traffic, but she prevented the move that the Devils love to do, which is allow the offensive team to win the faceoff, but step right in, take it away, and go off to the races. Landstrom prevented it, 29. She's been strong. Chipped off the boards. Kaddish sends it in. Stays at the point on the left side. Banked off the boards. Cook let it go, so it gets out of the zone. Catherine Kaddish there, 8. Chips it up the boards. Comes up the near side for McGonigal. Landstrom bats it out. Cook was in a puck battle just below you. Sent over to Cook. She's got Kaddish with her. Dumps it in. Was 1-on-3. Harris tries to move it up the board. Jacobus picks it off. PJ trying to get it in. She does, but it comes immediately out. Fox retreats under pressure from Hess. Chips it out. 2 Rockets there. Can't decide which to get it. Cook and Ulrich. Eventually Redmond sweeps through. McGonigal's there putting on pressure. Knocked down by Ryder. Ryder looking to get it low. Hits the stick of McGonigal but couldn't keep it. Sent up the middle. We were looking to break Cook out was Ulrich. Ryder takes a one-timer off the drop from Felix. It goes eventually to the pads of Lacey, who covers it up. Whistle and a stoppage of play. 14-13 left period 2. 1-1. The Rockets in white jerseys and the York Devils in the black with red. Ulrich with Menikillo and Hansen. Sharp angle shot was blunted. Lacey had to do something to get it away. Rockets protecting the house as 3 converge on the puck. That one knocked out, but Kaddish keeps it in. Kaddish gets all the way around. Going to try the wraparound. Does. Lacey engulfs it and never lets it hit the ice. Catherine Kaddish, you do not want to let her get any speed and stride. As she has a little chat with Mom in the stands. Face-off battle. Falkenroth was there. Falkenroth, rather. Widener, Menikillo trying to chip it past Cochran. Comes to the near side boards. Hansen's there. Falkenroth as well. Redmond jumps in to help out. Redmond's going to pick it up and take it back behind the end line. Now back behind her own net. Hits the brakes. Falkenroth picked it off. Tries to center it. Intercepted by Ulrich off of Hansen's skates. Widener picks it up. Widener sends it down. And Lacey had to make a more difficult save than expected right there. That one hits somebody in the middle, so it's no icing. And they'll have to play it. It's slowed down enough anyway. Cochran under pressure from Menikillo. Sends it all the way up. And let's see if this is going to be an icing. It's not. The Devils have a live puck here. They get to it first. Centering feed knocked down. Lacey has to stick the paddle of the stick out to get it away from Yates. Nieves chips it for Menikillo. Picked off the boards. Shot and gloved down between the pads by Emma Lacey. And the whistle stops play. With 12:42 left in period 2. All Devils in period 2. The Rockets exited period 1 with a 1-0 lead. Less than 5 minutes into the second period, it's 1-1, and all 5 shots of the period have gone to York. Battled for along the half boards on the far side. It comes up to Mia Rodriguez. She's going to look to spring Luisa Rizzo. Luisa couldn't get past the D over there, but just watch, at some point she might. 13's been on a heater in white. Reversed, Phillips sends it up the middle. Hard pass, stick to stick. That was not a penalty right there at all. That was the speedy Brewer trying to jump past a player, and no leg was stuck out or anything like that. If you try to jump past a player, you're on your own. And nobody stuck out a leg, and she hits the ground hard, hits the ice hard. It's not a penalty. If you stick out the leg, that's a different story. If you stick out the stick, that's also a different story. But a speedy and smart player, like Madison Brewer, will often be able to draw a penalty with that type of move. Or if she makes the move and she gets by the player, she's off to the races with the puck. Rockets win the offensive zone draw. Landstrom good in the circle on reputation and today on practice. McGonigal will get the pass from Nelson. If she gets there first, she doesn't, but she knocks it away. Nelson at the slot, wrist shot. Lacey knocks it down. Nelson tried to get the rebound, but Matone got a piece of it. Ryder was tied up, sends it up the middle. Cook and Corcoran there. Corcoran's going to get to it first. Cook under the forecheck there, sends it. In neutral ice, they battle. Lacey's going to come out to make sure nothing happens there as Redmond rings it off the boards on the near side. Haley Connolly for Izzy Cook. Took a slash over there, but all's good. Ryder comes over the line, tries to center it, but it hit Redmond's stick. Connolly trying to beat Harris to the puck. Harris wins. It goes to McGonigal, centering feed. Nelson gets it, lost the puck. Redmond there, shoveled forward, loose, and trapped by Emmeline Lacey. She used the catching glove to smother the puck against her right pad and gain the whistle with 10:57 left in period 2. A 1-1 game, the Rockets and the York Devils from relatively eastern Pennsylvania, but it's the southeastern part of Pennsylvania past Philadelphia. So the Giants-Eagles game is, you know, if the Rockets were playing the Junior Flyers or the Little Flyers, there would be Giants fans here from the Rockets side mostly and Eagles fans from the other. Here comes Ulrich, has Hansen with her. Ulrich wrist shot knocked down by a stick, and Harris hit the boards hard, but she's okay. She got the legs up. Folkenroth over to Kaddish. Kaddish trying to turn the corner, has Fox there to battle. Ulrich comes down to help out. Widener sends it at the net. Matone is there protecting the front. And Hess trying to hustle in and doesn't get there in time. So Lacey covers it up. All 7 shots in the period belong to York. There's 10:20 left. It's a 1-1 game. The goal for York came 10 seconds in by Emily Phillips, 87 in black, 48 in white, who's approaching the forecheck over there, Hope Menichello, or the back check, or the defensive play. Hope Menichello is the goal scorer for the Rockets with 7 and change left in the first. Folkenroth got that one out, gets shoved down over there. No penalty, no call. Lacey makes the pad save in front. Wrist shot by Cochran goes wide as it hit off of a Rocket sleeve. Kaddish through traffic, gets all the way through. Hess redirected it, but it went wide. Widener. Hess and Fox in a battle in front of the net over there. Referee has his eyes on them for sure. Kaddish tries to knock it down. Menichello was trying to get behind the D. Gets hounded there. There's going to call a penalty. Who is it going to be on? Let's see as we await the call. It will be Cochran. Looks like, I think they're going to call her for the hook. So Kalina Cochran is the first penalized player in the game with 9:22 left in period 2 in a 1-1 game. On the power play, the Rockets will have Hansen taking the draw with Nieves and Jacobus up front. Menichello moves to the point on the right side. Redmond's there. This is a loose puck. It's a race for it. Trying to push off and get to it. Redmond holds her ground. Sent in. It's going to be onside, no icing. Kaddish picks it up shorthanded now. Neither team been shorthanded in the game yet. Puck battle on the near side. Hard to see. Comes to the spot between the points, but Redmond has to back it out. Redmond looks. Moves to Jacobus, who's now playing the right point. Sent in, but not all the way far enough as it was knocked down by Maya Felix and sent out. Long pass across. Menichello tapped it down. Not going to be an icing. Kaddish covers a lot of ground. Number 8 now tries to turn a corner. Shakes off a stick. And Rockets regain it at neutral ice. Jacobus moves it to Nieves. 1:07 left in the power play. Harris lost the stick. Nieves has it. It's 5-on-4, but Harris doesn't have a stick. She'll stay in front and try to Guard Hansen. She doesn't have a stick. Hansen's there. Gets it. One time. Save Bales, and she covers the rebound. Michaela Harris will now have a chance to recover her stick, and you will see her go and do that and rejoin either the play or the bench. She will stay in the play. 52 seconds of power play time left for the Rockets. They'll have Landstrom on the dot, Rodriguez in the slot, Rizzo on the far side wing. At the left point, Lauren Fox. At the right point, 89, Grace Matone. Face-off battle there, and Nelson jumps in to steal it. Lacey Nelson banks it off the boards, but Fox picked it up. Kaddish now grabs it. Kaddish is skating in 1-on-2, gets around one. Wrist shot, she fired it over the net. Fox over there. Lacey has it, and we'll leave it for Matone. Everybody not paying attention there. Rockets have a chance to break. 2-on-2. Rodriguez doesn't realize Phillips is coming up from behind her and didn't quite dump it. She was maybe looking to see if Rizzo could have gotten open. 19 seconds, 18, 17 in the power play. Rockets need to start getting it going here. I don't think they are unless something changes a mighty quick. Fox now will skate it to the side. Rizzo tips it in, so no icing, and the Rockets will try to chase it down. Nelson throws the elbow on Rodriguez, no call! Now cutting behind the defense, Cochran out of the box, shielded off by Ulrich. What a great play by Grace Ulrich! She held her ground, she used her body to stay in the middle. She never used her stick, so there was no penalty. Perfect textbook defense by Grace Ulrich to prevent a scoring chance right there. And even with that, Kaylin Cochran still got it at the net. Lacey did have to make a save, but that could have been much worse for the Rockets. They do get a shot finally here in the second period, but now it's a 1-1 game. Rizzo trying to steer it through Harris. Harris sends it down. Play getting a little more chippy here. Whistle and a stoppage of play on the glove side. The teams are starting to smell it a little bit more. The physical play has picked up for both sides. Even the parents, you could hear them. Hey, call it both ways after the penalty's called, but it's been essentially even. Lacey has to come to the bench now, and let's see if Markland comes on. I think they're just maybe splitting this game. I guess Lacey's okay. Oh, so Lacey took a blow to the face, so she's coming off here for at least a little while. Markland comes in cold, and boy, she's tested right away. Markland had to swat that one aside with the paddle of the stick, trying to set up in front, but knocked it away. Izzy Cook chips it forward for Haley Connolly. Cookie maybe needed to send it a little bit more toward the right wing. But let's see if they can pick it up. Cookie gets it, sends it at the net, but just wide. More of a dump than a shot. Landstrom trying to maintain possession, sends it for Cook. Cook shrugging off. Cook still with it, 1-on-2, tries to get it to Landstrom. It comes to the boards on the far side, and Redmond couldn't get it to sit down off the dasher cleanly. Connolly definitely waited for that one to be onside, allows for a change on the far side. Under pressure there, the Rockets get it out. Nieves has it. Now Cook trying to shovel it through. Nelson's going to get it and get possession and send it in. 19-11 the shots for York. They've had 10-1 on the ledger in this period, and they have the only goal of the second by Emily Phillips. 10 seconds in. That's already 11 minutes ago as these two teams are playing a fast-paced game. Nelson, her shot is knocked away by a stick blade of a Rocket, Cici Nieves, and it goes out of play. Rockets will change it up here in the defensive zone on the wings as Hansen 9 and Menikillo 48 in white will now join Nieves 22. Matone and Fox will take a shift together on defense. So Lacey exited the game after looked like she got some kind of hit to the face, and this is certainly for precautionary reasons. These players just absolutely hate to leave the game, but you have to really admire them when they admit that, hey, something happened and I may or may not be okay, especially in a game like this. The Rockets are blessed. They have an outstanding tandem. They give up absolutely nothing when they switch goaltenders, and there's really not a team in the league that could say that besides the Rockets as to this degree. Rockets bring it into the offensive zone, but Kaddish is going to bring it out. and she will bring it to the left dot. Save off the shot! Markland is sharp right away. Got the glove on it. And Catherine Kaddish streaks from her defensive position all the way up the left way and got all the way to the dot on the left side and ripped one that was going to be ticketed for the net. But Markland says no way. Puck battle over there. Hansen uses the body to gain possession. Tries to chip it forward for Menichello. Got it past Menichello and Harris, so the Rockets will have an offensive zone possession if they can make a steal, and they do just that. Nieves trying to center it. Has a couple of people there, but not the one that she wanted. It sort of went between Menichello and sort of went between Hansen. Hess gets to that one first. Matone tries to recover it. Matone shields her off, but Ryder's going to try to get it there. Ryder and Matone. Matone presses off with the body, then uses the stick to move the puck. Harris keeps it in at the point, but just for a moment. Rockets send it up and out. They send it up but not out, I should say. The Devils were changing right there, and they did so cleanly, because if they didn't do it cleanly, they were going to get called for too many. Menichello has a chance to get open over there. Kaddish is bearing down on her. Kaddish gets to it. Menichello spins it out, sends it toward the net, but she's at the very end of the shift over there. She probably wanted to change as much as she wanted to go after the puck. Felix moves it forward, but Jacobus takes it out. Kaddish has it, sweeping for it. Hansen up the middle, sends it in for Rizzo, off the boards on the far side. Puts on the brakes, tries to get through, but can't. Felix picks it up. Maya Felix gets her shot knocked down by Ulrich, but it comes to Falkenroth on the near side wall, and she sends it out for Widener, but Redmond, 71 and white, picks it off and sends it in, and the Rockets will do it all again. Rodriguez hustling down there with Ulrich. Ulrich gets there first. Kaddish is over there as well. Rodriguez walks out of the corner as she does so well. Rizzo's in front. It doesn't go to her. It goes a little bit too high. Widener tries to move it up. She gets it out. Took a little bump there from Jacobus cleanly. Shoveled with the backhand at Markland, who steers it aside for Jacobus to get it. Hard angle off the boards. Rodriguez just tripped on her own skates right there and is trying to sell out to get it out. Rizzo will do that. Rizzo will try to get it to the center line. Kaddish grabs it from her and sends it forward. Wagner's over there, kept it in, chipped out of play, and that face-off will come outside the zone with 2:21 left in period two. 1-1. The Rockets and the York Devils. 1-1. York now with a 20-11 edge in shots. It's 11-1 for York in the second period. So the Rockets held the edge in the first period, 10-9. York has a 10-shot advantage here in the second. Now a wide margin on the shot clock. But as we know, the Rockets are outshot often. Kaddish down the middle, shot and a blocker saved by Markland, and deflects over the glass behind the end line. If you like what you see, hit subscribe. These teams will do it again on Sunday in the 3 o'clock Eastern Time hour. And if some of the stream is interrupted, we wish that didn't happen, but we will upload a clean copy of the game sometime later in the evening. So if you're looking for the game and you have the original link and it's no longer available to you, just go to the regular YouTube page and you'll be able to find this game, a clean copy of it. Kaddish all the way back behind her own net. Will send it up the middle, knocked down by Fox. Matone under pressure. Matone can't keep it. Fox picks it up. Now 1:26 left, period two of a 1-1 game. Rockets got the edge coming out of the first period. They gave it up 10 seconds into the second, and we're still at a stalemate. But the Devils have been the better of the two here in period two. And they have a 20-0 record in AGHF for a reason. Rockets are second. Devils are first in the league in standings. Cook trying to get through traffic, got through a couple before Nelson caught up. Nieves looking for some fumbles there, but Kaddish picks it up. Minicello gets it, sends it in with 45 seconds left in the second period of a 1-1 game. Cochran pounded there. There's a tackle. Cochran tackled Nieves. Now she's holding on to Nieves. 22 is holding. Oh boy, she didn't let Nieves get up. But they play on. One penalty in the entire game, so they're letting them play. And the one that they did call was a pretty blatant hook at Cochran. There is going to be another one right there. You can see Harris with the trip. Clock is ticking still, and 3 extra seconds go off on the stoppage there, but it's really irrelevant at this point. If anything, I hear the York side saying, "Come on, let's see, come on, ref." But it's a pretty clear trip there by Harris. So Harris in the box for tripping. 12.3 seconds left in the second period. It's a 1-1 game. Can the Rockets strike late? Ulrich on the dot, Hansen in the slot, Jacobus on the far wing, Minicello at the point on the right side. Redmond now gets it at the left point. She's going to send it through traffic. Hansen was trying to redirect it. Cochran was there. 5 seconds. Hansen's got to center it. She does. It went through traffic. That's going to expire the period. So in these late period situations, the Rockets have been often quite good. And they get a chance there, not of high quality. They didn't test Bridget Bales, but twice in the entire second. And York forges into a 1-1 tie, seemingly a long time ago. We'll recap it for you. The shots for the game, 21-11 for the York Devils, which gives them a 12-2 advantage for the duration of the second period. Minicello scored with 7 minutes and change left in the first to open the scoring. And Phillips scored 10 seconds into the second period for York to tie it. Bales has seen 11 shots. She stopped 10. Splitting the duties in net have been Lacey and Markland. If you're looking for football scores, it's 20-10 Chiefs, and they're in the third quarter over the Jaguars. The winner advances to the AFC Championship game. Later on, the Giants visit the Eagles. But as we started to say before, although York is in Pennsylvania, typically people from the York area tend to be more fans of Baltimore teams. So when we make our visit to York at Super Bowl weekend for a game on Saturday and early in the morning Super Bowl Sunday, when you're in the local shops and areas, you'll see Baltimore Ravens stuff on sale and Washington Capitals stuff on sale, more so than you will see Philadelphia Eagles or Philadelphia Flyers stuff. Markland defending the goal to our YouTube right. Bales now guarding the goal to the YouTube left. Just like period one, the Rockets will start it out with 1:48 of power play time. Liftoff, period two. Minicello tried to walk in. Hansen was offside as Ulrich tried to power it forward. Minicello got in, but quickly the puck was knocked away. Hansen had no chance to get herself onside there. Devils win the faceoff and they ice it, so the Rockets will take the advantage right there and have an offensive zone draw. They have 97 seconds of power play time to see if they can forge ahead. It's 1-1. Rockets in the white jerseys, York Devils in the black. Ulrich on the dot, Hansen in the slot, Redmond on the wing at the far side, Minicello at the point on the right, Matone on the left point. Brewer is going to get it through, shielded off by Matone and falls down over there. Now moved up on the tap pass, Ulrich to Hansen. Hansen's going to break in with Ulrich 2-on-2. Hansen trying to get past Kaddish. Sent down low. Ulrich is going to pick it up off the feed from Redmond. Kaddish is over there, spins off, still with it, sends it to the wing. Hess up for Kaddish. Now Brewer, it's going to be a foot race. Brewer against Matone, cuts to the middle, kicks it forward, can't maintain possession. That's a shorthanded opportunity. Cochran now sends it down low for Brewer. She's chipped it toward the middle. The Rockets just give it right up over there, and they're on a power play here. Coach Jacobus frustratedly. Redmond shrugs her player off the puck. Slapper on the one-timer knocked down by Redmond. Rockets may have gotten away with one over there behind the net where Redmond looked like she might have closed the gap on the push. If you do that, it's a check. The puck was there though. Now Minikillo gets dumped. So it's, if you're trying to tally it up, it's just impossible. Each team's gotten away with everything evenly at this point. York trying to break through. Oh, Ryder was looking for the pass from Kaddish, but it was just offline. Rockets are not going to convert on the power play as Harris jumps out of the box onto the bench, and you will see McGonigal streak into your picture on the left, 14. They can't keep it in. Nieves tries to move it up and out. She's going to turn the corner on Cochran, gets past there, wrist shot goes wide. Rodriguez has Rizzo down the middle. Rizzo's in front. Kaddish just sees her at the last moment. Rizzo still in front. Nieves trying to get it to her. Rizzo has it now. Rodriguez is in front. Rizzo trying to get it through traffic. Felix doesn't want to let her do it. Nieves in front. It's off Bale's stick, and she covers it up. Bridget Bales had to make sure she got that with the paddle of the stick the right way, because if she redirected it in front, Rodriguez was there just waiting to pounce on it. Offensive zone draw. The Rockets now. With 14:39 left in period 3 in a 1-1 game. Here, unless this goes on net, or if it dies on end, and it will die at the line, no icing. Boy, if she tried it 1,000 times, she would miss 999, but that was the one. It stopped right on the line and what looked like it was going to be a sure icing. And good job by the ref to not call it too early. Rizzo hustling back-to-back check, chips it up the boards. It's sent in by Falkenroth, but then quickly knocked out. Kaddish over to Harris, chipped forward for Yates and knocked in. Widener in pursuit over there. Yates and Rizzo battle for it. Widener picks up a loose puck, sends it to Felix. Rizzo knocked it down. Rizzo might have a chance to get beyond the D, but Harris still had a step on her. Harris does the ultimate safe move on the Devils, which is give it to 8. She's awesome. And you don't even have to get it close. Because Catherine Kaddish, well, you just put it anywhere in her vicinity and she's going to get that puck and start moving it the way you want. They work the cycle out of the corner, walk at the net. Markland save with the mask! And a close angle shot. They'll try to do it out of the corner again, but it's knocked away. Phillips had it. Connolly will try to chip it out, but Kaddish just gets there first, even though she's 2 behind. And there's going to be a penalty. It looks like it's going to be on Redmond. So the Devils will get their first power play of the game as Kira Redmond steps into the box for her infraction on Emily Phillips. Looks like they're calling interference. York will have a power play that starts in the Rockets' offensive zone to the right of Arialis Markland, in for Emma Lacey, who left with 6:36 remaining in the second, precautionary reasons after maybe taking a hit up high. Rockets will kill it off with Ulrich and Rodriguez, and those two break it out. Rodriguez chips it in. She'll pursue it and then give way to Ulrich, who will try to chase down Cochran. Cochran comes right up the middle, a la Slava Fetisov in 1992 in the NHL, when that was like not a thing yet. Comes all the way down the middle. Brewer, her shot goes into 3 Rockets. And Rodriguez will try to get it out, but it's a little too far, so she maintains defensive position. Rodriguez trying to chip it out, but Harris will keep it in at the point. Harris wrist shot, Markland save, keeps it there. Saved it with the Rockets logo that goes across the chest. It says Rockets And the Owen Rockets is like an igniting rocket over there. She saved it with that and covered it with the catching glove before it could ever hit the ice. Ulrich and Rodriguez still up front. They've been out there for all 37 seconds of the penalty kill. The first power play of the game for York. Wrist shot, blunted away. Ryder had it there. Kaddish over to Nelson, tees it up. Wrist shot, loose in front. Markland knocks it down, but it trickles in. I mean, if the puck went about 2 inches over the line, that's all they needed. Markland kicked out the left pad to try to make sure that it wasn't going to go in there. She fell backward and gave the puck just enough room to go in. So the power play goal to Madison Brewer makes it 2-1 for York with 12:14 left in the third period. The Rockets had a 1-0 lead in the first. It evaporated 10 seconds into the second. Now the York Devils have come back and they're ahead. On their 25th shot, the Rockets have 12. And they're 1-for-1 now are the York Devils on power plays. That play looked like it's completely offside, but they don't call it. Maybe I missed something. Kaddish spins off of Nieves and sends it forward for Lacey Nelson. 5 rips a shot that Markland knocks away with the blocker. Devils buzzing now. They've got the go-ahead goal. Kaddish comes to the point, tries to set up Cochran for the one-timer. Cochran didn't get what she wanted on it, but got it down low. Hansen and Menkello, they have a 2-on-1. Hansen and Menkello. Hansen gains the line and has to dump it. Menkello waits on the other side. As Nieves in front, it's broken up by Nelson, back-checking all the way. Widener picks it up, dumps it, and changes. Victoria Widener, 75 in black. 11:15 now. The Rockets. It's a big game for both of these teams. You could argue that for the Rockets, when you're the second place team playing the first place team, it feels a little bit bigger. For them it is. And they do it again on Sunday. But for now it's 2-1 York. Rockets looking to defend their net and find a way to get this game tied. Redmond battles Phillips in the corner. Phillips picks it up. One-timer, glove down by Markland, and she holds on. .43 left in the game. Rockets have Landstrom on the dot, Cook and Connolly in the slot defending at the wing positions. Landstrom can't win the face-off, and it's fired at the net but doesn't get all the way through. Near side wall, Cook will try to chip it out, has prevented it. One-timer, Phillips kicked away, and a controlled rebound by Markland to P.J. Jacobus for Izzy Cook. Izzy Cook is going to try to put Harris on her heels and dumps it. Kaddish is going to get back there first. She's been first to every puck. Phillips shrugged off Jacobus to get to it. Kaddish picks it up with the skate, chips it off the wall to herself, chips it off the ref skate, still has it, has Hess in the same lane, wrist shot knocked down with the stick by Markland. Hess is going to pick it up and try to center it. McGonigal gets it all the way there, trickles it toward the front. Fox was waiting for Cook to get it, and the Rockets just gave up a chance to get it out of their zone. The Devils will make you pay. You can't give them any breaks. The Rockets are giving them a break. Whiff, and the Rockets get a break. Connolly's going to get it out. Connolly dumps it. And Cook will try to beat Harris to it. Cook tries to run Harris down there. Looked like both players lost their footing, but they're going to call Cook for something over here as soon as Ulrich touches it up, which she does. So Cook, if you know the player, there's zero intention on that one. It looked like she was skating hard into the corner, maybe got the feet tangled up, and they call roughing. She got the feet tangled up with Harris. Harris went awkwardly into the boards, and the Rockets are going to kill their second penalty of the game. As Izzy Cook goes into the box for a roughing penalty. Typically the roughing penalties are going to happen when the hands are high, and Cook had the hands low. But they call it, and you got to deal with the way the refs are calling it for both teams. It doesn't matter. Same boat. Rockets now on the penalty kill. Cochran was getting involved with Ulrich over there. We'll see if the refs keep an eye on that. Puck now gets to the near side corner. Rodriguez, who's up front with Ulrich for the Rockets. Matone, 89 and 71 Redmond. There's a stick hold right there. No call. Rodriguez had the stick tied up by Harris. Rockets do get it out of the zone. The first 34 seconds have been killed off. Ulrich trying to see if she could force the play. Rockets get it out of the zone. Let's see if they call the intentional offside there, which is when you know that the play is going to be offside and you still push the puck into the zone anyway. They don't do it. We rarely see that one called. It gets called not even once a game, but you go to other regions like Central New York, Oswego, and they'll call offside that way pretty much every time. Devils win the face-off. They have 1:15 of power play time to work with and a 2-1 lead. Brewer and Phillips after Menikilla. Those are your goal scorers. Kaddish at the point, fumbled it there. Rizzo was giving her a little time. Didn't want to get caught. Devils trying to set it up. Backhander. Markland just kicked the toe out to get a piece. Nieves and Rizzo on the break, 2-on-2. Nieves will come across the middle. Rizzo couldn't pick up the loose puck there as McGonigal got it first. 2-on-2 the other way. Kaddish over to Phillips. Tees it up. Wrist shot. Save, and Markland covers it up. Doesn't know quite where it is, but doesn't let anybody else know where it is either. 8 minutes even left in a 2-1 game. For some reason, I show this, and you can't see it, a light on the scoreboard. A very curious thing why that happens. It's bright as day to me, and sometimes I get the angle, and it just shows nothing up there. Exactly 8 minutes was the time of the face-off, and exactly 30 seconds in the penalty kill. Rockets now up front have Landstrom and Ulrich. Fox and Jacobus on D. Landstrom chips it up the near side wall, but Nelson kept it in. Jacobus up there kind of playing the rover at the moment on the penalty kill. If the Rockets have a chance, they're going to take it. Nelson, wrist shot, rebound, what a save by Markland! Oh, she robbed Nelson. Nelson, oh, she got away with a hook right there. Oh boy, Nelson spun Landstrom right around with the stick. Got away with one there. So it's really all even with what they've called and what they haven't called. I mean, dead even. Pounded in by the Devils, who don't score on the power play. The Rockets have kept it at 2-1. They have less than 7 minutes to figure out a way to tie this game. Here's a good way. Give it to Nieves, who sends it in with Hansen. Hansen dumps it back, but Nieves picks it up. Menikillo streaking. Nieves maybe didn't see her, so she sent it behind the end line. Can the Rockets keep it in? Matone does that. Rockets need to have an extended offensive zone possession here. But Kaddish seems to break up every single one of them, and she sends that one down. Matone picked it off before it could go all the way down. 6:26 now left. Devils change. They do it cleanly. They leave nothing to chance over there. The player gets all the way into the bench before the other player even enters. Centering feed knocked away. Ref took a spill. Hopefully he's okay. He's getting up very gingerly. The ref took a spill on his own, spinning around. He's up and he seems to be okay for the moment. Menikillo walks in. Ulrich, top of the circle, dumps it behind the end line. Harris picks it up. Ulrich picks it off. Ulrich marches toward the net. Centers it. Hansen. Oh, there's a big save with the glove by Bales. Hansen got a piece of it. She didn't get all of it. And Bales was able to make a big save there. It wasn't a hard shot, but Hansen got enough of it under traffic and under duress. That one sent in. Looked like, was it offside? Ball right there. Maybe the puck popped into the bench, because I hear Bob, the affable and effervescent Coach Bob Connolly talking to the ref. I think maybe Bob caught that puck. I didn't necessarily see it pop in, but a little light moment over there. as the Devils win the faceoff, and Michaela Harris brings it in 99. Nelson will cover the point. Attempted one-timer by McGonigal in the slot. Here comes Rodriguez. She's trying to gain the center line. Kaddish lets her do it. Rodriguez dumps it off the wall. Kaddish sends it around. Rizzo steals it away from her. Rizzo and Rodriguez play catch. Rodriguez backhand. Rizzo got a piece of it. Rodriguez, she scores! Magnificent! Mia ties the game with 5:04 left in the third period. 2-2, the Rockets have forged the tie. Magnificent Mia Rodriguez, 36, off the shot by Rizzo. She gets the rebound and a goal mouth scramble. 2-2. We might have to look in the AGF standings. This might be the first time all season in an AGF game, or maybe the second time all season in an AGF game that the Devils have even conceded twice. Now Nieves has it down low. Jacobus tries to shovel it forward. One time attempt by Nieves, she didn't connect. Nieves to Rizzo, couldn't get it out of the skates. Jacobus has it at the point, through traffic. Attempted redirect by Rodriguez, couldn't get it through. Point, it comes out. Jacobus, PJ has it, waits for Rizzo. Rizzo walks into the pass, couldn't get it into the zone, had two Devils there. Nelson picks it up. Lacey Nelson will try to work it in. Rodriguez doesn't want her to do it easily, forces her to the outside. Wrist shot! And Markland had the glove out there. Rockets now have clearly picked it up as they've made it into a 2-2 tie. Rodriguez bumps over there with Harris. Is it interference on Harris? It's not an interference on Harris. Rodriguez sent the puck forward. Harris stood right there, and Rodriguez had no chance to get to the puck. They're not calling anything either way. Maybe it's a good non-call. I think that York side was maybe looking for a roughing. I thought it was a pretty clear interference as Rodriguez sent the puck forward and had her path impeded by Harris, who stepped in there. We'll take the no call. I like the no calls as long as the players are playing hard and not doing anything unseemly. I like the way the refs have called this game. 3:38 left in the third period. 2-2. The Rockets have forged back into a tie. They took the lead in the first period. Hope Menichello scored with 7:16 left in the first. Emily Phillips tied it a mere 10 seconds into a dominant second period by York. Madison Brewer scored on the power play to give York the lead. And now the Rockets have come back courtesy of Mia Rodriguez. Ulrich has it behind her own net. Will take it all the way up if she has room up the right wing. Sends it right into his pads, picks it back up off of Harris. Hansen picks it off, trying to shovel it forward. Rockets are in between a change here as Cook is out there with Ulrich and Hansen. That hasn't been a line that we've seen, so somebody needs to get off to finish a change. I think it's Cook. But she's got to stay out there in a defensive posture with 2:35 left. Hansen has it. They're going to break out 3-on-2. Rockets 3-on-2. Hansen was looking to dump it, and it just hit a bunch of snow in front of the York bench and wouldn't sit down for her. Cook now trying to jump off the ice. Rockets with a sloppy change. They need to recover this and get the puck the heck out of the zone, and they can't do it. Now, do they do it? They finally do. Ulrich does it. Ulrich with Hansen and Menichello up the middle. Hansen trying to get through traffic, gets bumped off by McGonigal. Jacobus picks it up, takes an angle, gets it over to Menichello. Under 2 minutes in a 2-2 game. Hansen down the middle, fires it at Bales. She knocks it down with the paddle of the stick and covers it up with 1:53 remaining. What a game. 31-14 the shots for York. They're the team in the black jerseys, the New Jersey Rockets in the white. Fox knocked it down with her glove. She had to be the first one to touch it on her team. She was. Avery Ryder sends it for McGonigal on the far wing, and they get it into the zone. Fox is over there, knocks it down. Nieves up for Menichello. Menichello over to Hansen. Rockets are going to break it out 3-on-3. Kaddish is the one that you got to get it away from. Menichello does that for a moment. Fox steps in. Shot was blocked. Rockets trying to get it low. McGonigal with a big defensive play right there. 14, Kelly McGonigal to get the puck out of the zone. Rockets now moving with alacrity. They've matched the fast pace of the Mighty York Devils here. This has been a fabulous hockey game at the 19U AA level. The top two teams in the AGHF have a minute left in regulation to sort this one out. Ryder going between the points. Menichello picked it off. Hansen's got a change. Menichello is going to skate it in. She's trying to get through Cochran. Hits the break. She's got Nieves. Leaves it for Jacobus. Wrist shot, bail save, rebound. Shot. Doesn't get through. Kaddish, ever present, blocked it. Matone down low. Nieves is there. 35 seconds. Rodriguez in front. She's got the tying goal. Menichello's still out there. Sent all the way down. If it's on net, it's not an icing. If not, it is. It's an icing. The Rockets will probably complete their change here as Menichello, off of a long shift, will come to the bench. The Rockets are going to use their timeout. They have an offensive zone face-off. There's 24.5 seconds left in the game. In regulation, it's 2-2. The shots are 31-15 in favor of York. Hope Menichello scored to start it in the first period. The Devils tied it 10 seconds into the second, courtesy of Emily Phillips. Then they got a power play, and it was Madison Brewer scoring from close range in a goal mouth scramble. The Rockets had to rope-a-dope. They did it long enough, and with 5:04 left in a goal mouth scramble, Luisa Rizzo tried to shove a puck in. Bridget Bales made the save, and Mia Rodriguez picked it up on the right doorstep and deposited it into the back of the net. That's how we've gotten to 2-2. In hockey, if you're not familiar, you have one bullet as a coach, one timeout to use for the entirety of the game. Jeremy Jacobus, the Rockets head man, has decided to use it now. The Rockets up front will look like they put together a new unit here for the moment. And they make a late change now. Hansen up front with Menichello and Rodriguez. Who's going to take the draw? Hansen. Redmond at the point will get it. Shovels it over to Matone. 20 seconds left. Matone, this would be a big... It's going to be a 2-on-1 for the Devils unless Redmond breaks it up. Oh, boy, that's a tough call on the Rockets. Oh, boy, Redmond's going to go into the box for a roughing call. That's a... Oh, boy, and the way that they've called this game, that is just a tough one for the Rockets to swallow. Redmond's hustling to the puck. Two players just going for the puck. The more stout Redmond, we talk about it all the time. Redmond's the stoutest player on the ice every time she steps there. Often players just in 50-50 battles just bounce off of her, and she gets these calls against her all too frequently. Rockets now with 13.2 seconds to kill here. Nieves and Ulrich up front. The setup off the slapper doesn't get through. Nelson, wrist shot through traffic, knocked down in front by Fox. Nieves just has to clear it out. We end regulation in a 2-2 tie. Now, I don't know. I don't know what the overtime rules are, or if that's a tie, or if it's a shootout, or what we do here. Seems that the teams are staying on the bench. It's always news to me. At this point, I should know. We'll see if they put time on the clock, it's overtime. If they don't, it's a shootout. The game's not over. Each team at least receives a point. So we have finished regulation. The score is 2-2. The Rockets in white, the York Devils in black. We're talking jerseys. They've set the puck at center ice, so I'm assuming this is a shootout. So for the shootout, the Devils will start it. Phillips is going to be the first against Markland. Emily Phillips in. She moves in on Markland, makes a backhander and roofs it. So Emily Phillips starts the shootout with a goal. Hope Menichello will toe the line for the Rockets against Bridget Bales. Here's Menichello. She'll skate it right down the middle. Get in on Bales. Goes through the 5-hole, but Bales closed it up. So the Devils have the 1-0 edge after one round of the shootout. Catherine Kaddish against Arialis Markland. Kaddish, the lefty, number 8, the captain, comes in on Markland. Gets close in, and Markland makes the save with the blocker. Up for the Rockets, Francesca Hansen, number 9. Hansen approaches the puck. The righty will come in on Bales down the middle. Here's Hansen making moves, and she can't get it through. Left pad saved by Bales. Lacey Nelson, number 5, for York against Arialis Markland. Phillips scored in the first round. This is the third round. That's been the only goal. Nelson comes down the middle, gets to the forehand. Now the backhand. Markland blocks it down. DJ Jacobus, the captain, will take a turn for the Rockets. This is the third round. Rockets down 1. Here's Jacobus. She'll come down the middle also, sweep a little bit toward the left against Bales. Wrist shot, and she scores! P.J. Jacobus ties the shootout after 3. Third week back into the lineup for Jacobus. She makes good on the shootout attempt. Now some discussion about what happens here as we go to the 4th round of the shootout. I believe from this point on, we're into, think of it as baseball innings. If you lead after the top of the inning and you don't allow one in the bottom of the inning, you win. I don't know if it's a 5-round shootout or a 3-round shootout, though. If it's a 3-round shootout, we're into extra innings. If it's a 5-round shootout, we still got a couple to go. And who's eligible, I guess, also becomes an issue, because in, say, Olympic hockey, you are eligible once you're through the first round of the shootout to use the same players over and over again. In the NHL, you are not eligible to go a second time unless every skater on your team has gone. There's some kind of adjustment being made over there. So Kaddish is going to go again. Waits not for the whistle, she just goes. Here she goes, comes in on the forehand, and she misses the net. So you have to assume that this is for all the marbles, and here's Hope Menichello to try to put it away for the Rockets. Menichello, the lefty sniper, approaches the puck. Number 48 will take her time. Coming in on Bales. Menichello looks, and she hits the post on the left side! So we go to the top of the 5th. They went 2-2 in regulation. They're 1-1 in the shootout. Emily Phillips, she scored in regulation. She scored in the shootout. She takes her second turn in the shootout, 87. Comes down, makes the backhand move. Markland stomps her. Markland smothered her with the right pad. Now let's see who's going to go for the Rockets. It's Jacobus again. Can the captain put this one in the win column for the Rockets? 21, PJ Jacobus approaches the puck in the 5th round of the shootout. Comes in on Bridget Bales. Gets it on the forehand. Goes to the backhand. Missed it. Just lost possession of it over there. And now Lacey Nelson will go again. Maybe they're telling them they have to do the same order over again. I think you would be allowed to use whoever you want, but Paul Landstrom's on the bench and he's not here to help me with the rules. Here comes Nelson, right down the middle, number 5, against Markland. On the forehand, saved by Markland. She got the heel of the catching glove on it. Ooh, the Rockets gonna tab now. Hansen, back out for a second time. Here's 9. Hansen comes right down the left side. She's a righty. Gets to the slot. Wrist shot, scores! And the Rockets have taken the York Devils from the ranks of the undefeated in the AGHL, and they hand York their first league defeat of the season. 2-1 in the shootout after a 2-2 regulation game in a spectacular thriller. It's Tootie time as Hansen scores the shootout winner in the 6th round. Oh, what a game. We'll give you a look at the Devils too, gathering around Bridget Bales. What a game between these teams, and the treat for us is that in less than 24 hours we get to watch these young ladies do it all over again. What a game. And look at this sportsmanship. Brewer comes over to Lacey. I think maybe that was part of an errant collision earlier. And she makes the gesture to Lacey, who left the game, to see if she's okay, and maybe just explain that she wasn't trying to do anything there. There wasn't anything unseemly in the game at all. It was just a hard, well-played game. And look at the netminders here. Markland and Bales chatting it up. This is what it's all about, folks. This is what it's all about. 2 goalies giving hugs. And Haley Connolly comes over. Bales was, as you can imagine, a little upset after the last goal got in, and her teammates flanked around her. And even aside from the Rockets, you know, it's all, listen, you play hard, you go out there, and in the end, you're part of one incredible group. It's girls hockey players. They just simply don't get the same support that the boys do. They don't get the same recognition very often. And their path is just, it's a little bit more difficult. And the sportsmanship that these girls showed as being part of that exclusive club, one that's growing but still exclusive, is just brilliant and beautiful to watch. 2 excellent teams, 2 great sporting teams and sporting gestures on account of both sides. Folks, parents, you have a lot to be proud of from your girls, no matter which jerseys they had on today. Well, that's going to do it. The final shots were 31-15. The final score will go down as 3-2 Rockets. They hand the previously 20-0 in AGHF York Devils their first league defeat of the season, albeit in the shootout. We will do it again on Sunday. Around, I think, a 3:35 start. But for now, we are going to say so long from Rock Ice in Dunellen, New Jersey. Rockets finish the 3-2 shootout with a victory. From Rock Ice in Dunellen, New Jersey, this is Joe Rizzo. Thanks for watching New Jersey Rockets Girls Hockey.